Hello and welcome to part 2, and this I'm going to call this one Sex in Narcissism. Okay, so yeah, we've all seen these kind of people. If they're not if they're not prospective partners, if it's not somebody who's seducing you, you get the neighbour. You could have a neighbour that's always walking by, looking in your window, and seeing if you're there and looking for you, looking for any attention that they can catch your eye in your window, or you may have some kind of crazy neighbour who makes lots of noise to get you to come around and just say, oh, I couldn't sleep last night, can you try to keep the noise down, and that kind of thing. But all they're doing is trying to get your attention. Okay, so we've all seen those people at work as well, even in the family, creating triangulations. You don't want anything to do with this, you want to be kept out of this, it's toxic. Okay, and you're keeping your head down, trying to not get noticed. But the more you keep your head down and try to not get noticed, the more they will up the ante to bring you into this toxic situation. So there's a manifestation here of character when it comes to somebody who wants to kind of be this kind of vampire. They manifest a character that they think that you would like to get to know. If they get that wrong, then it's like it's all unconscious. If they get it wrong, say if they manifest this character that they think that you would, this big macho man, oh, look at me, I'm alpha male here, and that's not your type. You think, oh my God, stay away from me, kind of thing. And they see that reaction, then it's like mummy saying, go away and leave me alone. That's what they see when you don't want to know, and you try to sheep away because you don't want to be noticed, you want to be left alone. Sorry about the camera. That's how they see it. They see it as a rejection, and then they try to do something else. They'll bring their little doggy around, and the dog will get loose and come into your garden or something like that, and you kind of think, oh my God, whose dog is that, and all of that. And then they'll go, oh, I'm so sorry, my dog got loose, and all of this carry on. I'm not saying people are not friendly, but this is extreme, and you get it in families and too, and you you don't want to be seen, you don't want to get involved with this, and you try to get out of this. You don't want to be dragged into all of this, and the more you back away and not want to get involved, the more they pull you in because they don't want you to ignore them. Okay, so trying to manifest a character that you would fancy, or you would like to sleep with, or you would like, your fantasy guy. It's like some kind of film star. They put on this what they think you would like. Okay. And they do it all just for, they do it for adulation. And adulation, it's like that film, isn't it? The Talented Mr. Ripley. He puts on, he has not got his own identity. And he sees this, I can't remember, this other guy, the guy, the millionaire. And he wants to... he wants his life, and he tries to steal his life, and his identity, but he hasn't got an identity himself. So actually I'd like to see that film again. Actually I'd like to see that, quite one of my favourite films actually. These people go that one step further to manifest a character. And they get the other person, they put on this mask so this person falls in love with them, and so the other person becomes addicted, and all along all this is just acting, male or female. You know, you could be a guy here thinking that you've met somebody, you know, some like, she looks like a film star, she acts like a film star, she's so vivacious, she's so confident, you know. And then we go move into the bedroom. You know, once they've got you hooked, you know, this perfect person they think you are, you know, oh gosh, you went to Harvard, or a bit like this you know, talented Mr. Ripley, who never went to Harvard at all, or wherever they went. Oh, say if you're in England, oh, you went to Oxford University, Cambridge, and all of that. And it's all just a lie, you know. These people lie. They're pathological liars, okay. They lie about everything. They lie to their own mother. They lie to their children. They lie to their spouses. They lie to everybody, okay. So it's like layer upon layer upon layer of lies. This is to a normal person, this is abnormal, obviously. So here we go with the love bombing. This person will love bomb you. They feed off your reaction from this love bombing. They will love bomb you. They will, if it's Valentine's Day, they will send you the biggest bunch of flowers so everybody can see in your department. And you're thinking, good God, I've only been dating this person a few weeks. You know, is this appropriate? Kind of inappropriate things. And they will send you bunches of flowers so everybody will think, wow, you've got a great guy there. You know, and you'll be blushing over it, and then they'll be saying to you, shh, don't tell everybody who this is from, okay, it's secret. And it's all exciting, and yeah, it's all exciting. And when it comes to the bedroom, okay, antics, when it comes to the bedroom antics, this person, if it's a guy, will make sure you have the most mind-blowing experience that you've ever had in your whole life. And they always choose kind of timid women, or sensitive women, or women that are a lot younger than them, and naive. Naivety is a big one. They choose somebody who's naive, who's a lot younger, maybe 20 years younger. Maybe not, but it's a classic really with a narcissist. They will go as young as they can get, and then it's you know, and that what they do, they think they're unique. They feel that they've got all this you know, this experience because they've gone from woman to woman to woman to woman to woman, because they're narcissists, to get that kind of responsiveness, and it's an addiction, and it's something that they need to survive. So they've brought along with them all of these different experiences they've had before, where they've love bombed. So in the bedroom, they will try to give you 100 kind of orgasms, one after the other, in different positions that you think, oh my God, I've never experienced this before. You know, oh, my normal boyfriend wouldn't think of trying to give me an orgasm in this position, you know, and all of this. And really, this is where the kind of red flags should alert you, because, you know, if they're doing these cartwheels in the bedroom, you know, and all of this, and somersaults, trying to be this genius in bed, that should be a big red neon sign, thinking this is abnormal. You know, okay, it's great to have exciting, you know, exciting sex or exciting lovemaking at the beginning of a relationship. That's great, but this is just abnormal, because this person is going that extra mile. You know, extra mile in like no other normal guy would think about. You know, and also, you you know, you possibly had 3 orgasms already, and this person wants you to have more and more. Yes, you can do it again, and all they're doing is watching your responsiveness of you. To them, they're feeding off your responsiveness. You know, as many orgasms as I can give you, I'm going to feed. Although you're thinking you're normal, you think, I can only do 1 at a time, and this is crazy. I'm absolutely shattered already. You know, and you know this is a bit crazy, and you're thinking, why is this person so obsessed of you know, and it's unusual. You kind of think this is not normal. It's unusual, kind of, and a normal guy would not go to this length. Okay, that's what I'm trying to kind of put forward to you. But for somebody who's naive, they think they've met their soulmate. You know, oh my God, this person knows every button to press in bed, and it's like, oh my God, I'm just, you know, and it's like, oh my God, you know, orgasms all round, you know, and this person will, you know, feed off that, and they know that you're naive to this. They know, because they're possibly 20 years older than you. They know that you're naive to this, and they just, it's a game to them. It's all a game. It's all a game. You know, they got you in this position. They've got you where they want to get you into bed, and now they can prove to you, and they're spoiling it. This is where the control comes into it. They're spoiling you for either your husband, if you're having an affair, your husband, your boyfriend, if you're with somebody. They're spoiling you for them, because they are making sure that they're going to be heads and shoulders and way above them in a unique way, because this is how covert narcissists think. They think that they are somebody so special, so from a different kind of planet, you know, from a different kind of evolvement. And I'm from this, I'm evolved, I've evolved sexually, I know what, you know, something kind of crazy like that. Yeah, they'll get you where they want you to be. And when it kind of steps into where you want it to go, which is a norm, you think, well, I've met my soulmate. You're telling everybody, gosh, I've met my soulmate, he's absolutely brilliant in bed, and all of this, and you know, he takes hours with the foreplay and all of this, and you know, and wow, I just can't believe it. It tells me that he loves me, he adores me when he's making love to me. Everything that my husband doesn't do, or my partner doesn't do, and I've never experienced anything like it, you know. So obviously you're starting to feel lucky that you've met somebody who is, you know, who is so unique, you know, outshines your partner in bed, or any man you've ever been with in bed, or anybody you're going to meet in the future in the bed department. So you're thinking, oh my God, how am I going to let this person go? How am I going to let this person go? And that is the key to this, okay? The key to this is that this person has got you hooked, lined and sinkered and obsessed, and they know it, and that's what they feed off. They've got you obsessed, hooked, lined and sinkered into their harem, okay? Because once you now looking for the relationship, where is this going? Oh, where is this going? Because you're still with your partner, I'm still with my husband. Where is this going? Because I'm totally, utterly in love with you, and I want to take this to, you know, but it's not real. It's not real. This person is, it's a game to them. It's a game. As I said, this person is addicted to responsiveness, to others' responsiveness, and this is because they didn't receive it from their mother, their father, and they don't know how to love. They don't know how to be intimate. They don't know how to be compassionate, and they don't know how to have empathy. So how do they know how to do this? And it's just because they've studied it like some kind of PhD thing, studied everything, you know, and it's mechanical. In bed, it's like they'll go to the boobs, then they'll go, you know, wherever, that it's mechanical. It's like they know they'll kiss you first, go to the boob, and then go do something else, and then it's like, it's learned, you know, it's like it's learned. It's like it's this person studied this, you know. They do everything very intricately too, and I won't go into details of this. I think you can get the gist of what I'm saying here without me going into the details. Male or female, okay. And it makes them, yeah, it's like what this is. This is where the abuse starts, because they destroy what they do is try to destroy the naivety of sex, and they go straight for the jugular, and they destroy that for you, because now you're onto another level of this kind of extreme kind of lovemaking that's absolutely mind-blowing, that nobody else is going to live up to. And that's their aim. That's their aim, for you to get addicted to them, okay, that you can't live without them. Because don't forget that they've tapped also into your vulnerabilities too. So they've got you emotionally kind of attached, and also sexually attached, like you'll never meet anybody else. So you don't care if he's married, you don't care if you're married and you're with somebody, because this person is just, you know, I've been really blown away by this person. I've been swept off my feet, and it's all happened 100 miles an hour in the last 2 or 3, 6 months. And it's like, you know, but they know what they're doing, you know, they've known all along what they're doing, okay. So just be aware of the love bombing, and I think I have said that in a lot of my readings. Love bombing, that's what I mean by love bombing, okay. It all happens in speed of sound. It's so fast, and before you know it, you're in bed, and you've got handcuffs on, and there's all this kind of crazy love making that's like, my God, you know. Yeah, so where do we go from here? This person, once you move into, you're asking for more, basically. You're asking for, they don't see that. They don't see the compassion, the empathy of, you know, oh, I've really slept with this person and got them very deeply in love with me, and now it's time to go to the next level. That's what a normal person would say. This person's not normal. They're a robot, and they would say, oh, I can't because I'm married, or I can't because what about your partner? And they do tend to go for attached people too, so they've got an excuse, you know. Well, you did come on to me, and although it's absolutely fantastic, you're actually with somebody, you're married. Or if they're not married, there'll be an excuse, you know, or they'll go into a relationship with you. But once they get into a relationship with you, they've got you, you see. That's where they've got you. And this is where they've achieved what they wanted to achieve by getting the adoration from you, by getting the attention, the responsiveness from you. That's what they're hooked on. And now that's like, well, you know, I've done that now, and that responsiveness from her is boring. You know, it's just boring. I'm bored with it. So they go into a relationship knowing they've done it, they've got the picture, they've got the t-shirt, and they're bored now. Okay, so that's where the where the discarding starts, because then you sort of get ignored. Then they treat you like their mother treated them as a child. They then become resentful. They've become resentful because they've shown you everything, shown you the love, the attention, the adoration, and you're expecting more because you want more of that. But all of a sudden, it's gone. It seems to have gone out of the window. And it's like, okay, what happened there? And then it's the blaming game. Well, this is all your fault, I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to move to that place. I didn't want to. All the blame game comes out. Okay, and then what they do is they start to treat you like the parent treated them. They ignore you. They don't speak to you. They say, "Leave me alone," and then and then they take this bitterness and resentment out on you. It's all very it's very subconscious. This person doesn't kind of plan this. It's like once they get you there in their place, it's like they start to ignore you, and then they pull away sexually from you because it doesn't excite them anymore. They don't get that thrill, that addiction feeling, that kind of feeling of you're not premium kind of narcissistic supply. You're kind of there, and you're there in their environment. Oh, they're here. I didn't really want to get involved. I didn't really want a relationship. I don't want to be giving. I don't want to be empathic. I don't want to be compassionate. I don't want to do this. And that's where the mask starts to slip and falls off. Okay, and then they're looking for their next premium narcissistic supply while you're sitting at home thinking, what happened? Okay, what happened? And now they're looking for the next kind of cartwheels in the bedroom, multiple orgasms, responsiveness from other people. They've generally got 5 or 6. I read up on this, and they've generally got about 5 or 6 other people that they're doing this to, who they've got hooked in and addicted, that they cannot meet anybody else who kind of comes to that level of love bombing and affection and adoration just to get the responsiveness back. They've got like a harem of these people. Okay, so that's your covert narcissist. Okay, why they're covert, and it's difficult to work it out at first because they're wearing that mask. They're making your cups of tea for you at work. They're bringing it to you at work. They'll take work jobs from you. I'll say, no, let me do that. I'll do that. You sit down, you relax. They'll massage your shoulders. They'll massage your shoulders while you're drinking that tea that they got for you. And it all starts there. And you start to think, this guy's brilliant. Where's he come from? And it's anybody and everybody. Okay, the only thing is there's one person that's so naive that they respond back in a very kind of responsive way. Again, responsive way is actually sees this person, thinks, oh my god, he's so much better than my husband, so much better than my ex, and they get kind of hooked. And then that's where the covert narcissist will see, it's got their antennae up, all around the room, and seeing who or which one would, and once they've got a response, they will put that in their top pocket and they'll work on that until they get their full-blown narcissistic supply. It doesn't matter if this person's your sister. It doesn't matter if this person's your mother. It doesn't matter if this person's your daughter. They would still do this, okay? Your brother. We're talking about bisexuality here too. So it doesn't matter who this person, they have no boundaries whatsoever. So they can cross boundaries. So if you're dating somebody like this and they're starting to pull away from you, that, you know, that discarding phase, be wary, because they'll be looking at your daughter, they'll be looking at your sister, they'll be looking at people that you actually care about, and this becomes quite embarrassing actually to see and observe, you know, because it says to everybody else, oh, he's not really in love with her, he's kind of eyeing everybody else up in the vicinity. So it not only does it humiliate you, which it's designed to do, it actually makes other people believe that you're not worthy, which is another tactic of degrading you, because they like to degrade. So where do we go from here? Because you know, I just want to say it's natural to be intimate in a normal relationship and to be responsive. I'm not saying that it's wrong to be responsive, because we're normal people. We don't know what's going on in this narcissistic's brain, okay? We're normal and we believe it. So you know, it's not our fault, but we do have to be aware in this day and age, you know, in 2018 or 2019, whatever. We have to be aware that there are people like this walking around, okay? And these people will cheat, they will sell your soul, they will, you know, they will take all your money, they will degrade you in front of people, they will slander you, they will backstab you to everyone around them, you know, his family, work colleagues, whoever's around them. They'll start to slander and say and really try to bring you down, you know, and even if you can get to your family, they will get to your own family and do it, okay? They will take all your money, they will, you know, withdraw love, they will withdraw affection, they will withdraw lovemaking, they will start to call you names like, you know, you're ugly, you're fat, you know, you don't deserve love. They'll start to abuse you, okay? And, you know, this can turn into violence too. So it can turn into a dangerous situation if you stay after this love bombing phase and you stay and expect to have that forever. It can turn into violence. It certainly turns into cheating because they can't help themselves. Narcissistic people cannot help themselves. They will, you know, the discard phase, and then they'll be looking for other supplies, for responsiveness, all because they didn't get the attention from their narcissistic mothers, okay, or fathers. It's usually, if it's a guy, it's usually the mothers. They didn't get the attention from their mothers. They were sexually abused. They had an environment that was with no boundaries and all of that. So it's you that gets this in the end. It's you that gets the abuse in the end, okay, and the resentment that he wants to show to his mother, okay. So how do we get through this, guys? Now, I could go on and on here. If anybody wants me to continue with these sessions, I will, okay, but this is an awareness it's just, I know I bring up narcissism in my readings, and I'm trying to help people to prevent getting involved with people like this, and trying to get that root out, you know, trying to explain to you what this is about so you can get that root and pull it out. Okay, so well, there it is. I know what the root cause of this, you know, I know what the root cause of this is now, and I am aware. I am aware of this. Okay, so in future you're not going to be treated like this again because you've experienced it. Okay, and also, if you've not experienced a narcissistic person, then, you know, this is just to highlight, to look out for the red flags, you know. Awareness. Awareness is the path to healing, okay? And that's what I'm doing here, is healing. Awareness to these covert narcissists, and awareness to narcissistic personality disorder is a road to healing, and that's what I want to bring here. Okay, now I'm going to do a reading now for all of us with this in mind. If you've been involved with a narcissist, covert narcissist, either in the past or the future, and you've still not kind of healed from this, and you don't know how to heal from this, you know, you still feel that addiction towards that person, because, you know, where am I going to find that kind of adoration and love? But that didn't exist. It was a lie. Okay, these people are liars, and it didn't exist, and it doesn't exist, because this person has decided to discard you and go on to the next. So let's have a look here, and that could also be families, you know, spouses, not spouses, could even be siblings, mothers. Your own mother could have been narcissistic, you know. There could have been a golden child, and they got tired of the golden child, and then they went and found another golden child. Triangulation, trying to make each other jealous, ripping the heart out of the family here. So it could be your family, but I'm just going to pull out some cards here. Can we have some spiritual guidance for this kind of scenario? Why do we get these people? Why do we get these people who just use people? They just use people. They see people as objects. So I'm just pulling some cards out here. Yeah, I get trust. Spirit is giving me this card here. Trust. This is how people, these kind of people, reel you in with trust. Okay, so it's very much, and I have to say this, it's very much like a grooming kind of thing. They use trust to pull you in. Okay. These people are very damaged, you know, they're mentally ill. Because they pull you in because there is a sense here of them being alone. They do feel lonely in their lives, they do, because they've got helpless and hopeless. Because they can't change. They're unable to change. Nobody will trust somebody like this because they can't change. And I do get this person wants to shine, but has to wear a mask to shine authentically. It has to pretend to be somebody else. Okay, that's how I'm reading this. And then they become the master. And then they become the master. Oh my God. You know what I'm getting here? They first work on the trust. They lie about who they truly are, and then they take control here. And this is what you need to heal from. Or it could be this person needs help, but they're not fixable. They're broken from childhood. And you need to get to the root of this, which is the base chakra, okay? And that's what I'm showing you here, is to pull out this root. Life here is, and why God, you know, the divine, why we're brought onto this earth here, fundamentally, is to give and receive. Give love and receive love. Give love and receive love. All this person wants here is to receive. Whatever they do, it's designed. They design this. They architect this to receive and not to give. Not to give from the heart. Okay. And they think with the head. Got the crown chakra here. It's all about what's in the head, not in the heart. And I get that this person just wants to lead. You know, we've got the narcissist in its entirety here. They want to lead. They want to dominate. That is the whole sole purpose here. If they've got a number of these narcissistic supplies that they can control, you know, to feed that shell, then it's very sad. But these people are dangerous. You know, these people cannot be healed, you know, and it's like rebuilding your life after being involved with somebody like this. It's so difficult. You know, they leave people damaged and they cannot rebuild, you know. And this is what they do, is manifest. And we'll finish with this card. What these perverts, well, perverts too, because a lot of these kind of people are paedophiles, you know. What these people manifest is adoration. They manifest responsiveness and attention from others, and that's all that this is about. All because they didn't receive it as a child. Okay. And I'm going to leave it at that, and I hope this series of part 1, part 2 is going to help you with my readings, because I do bring this covert narcissism a lot in my readings. I hope this is going to shed light of why I do go on about this and why we have to dodge these bullets and stay out of the way and filter these people in our lives. So I'm going to leave it at that. Okay, if you'd like your own personal reading with your own situation, please give me an email. I'll put details in the descriptions area at the bottom there if you want to give me an email. Anytime, guys, I'm here if you want any kind of, you know, guidance here. Sending you lots of love, lots of blessings, and look after yourself. Filter, filter, filter. That is the only way you will get a fulfilling, happy, joyous life. Okay, bye for now.